Good morning. Please be seated. I'm Don Tapscott, and I'm the Chancellor of Trent University. And I'm also a proud graduate of this great institution. And for more than 50 years, Trent has been graduating students and challenging the way we think about the world and about learning itself. And today, more than ever, Trent graduates are in demand. And I feel a particular fondness for this class, as my joint degree was in psychology and sociology from Trent. And I know firsthand as a Trent grad that you're uniquely equipped and prepared for the exciting and challenging future that lies ahead. In fact, you will shape it. With your Trent experience, you have all the tools to take full advantage of the opportunities before you. And what Mother Nature hath taken away today, I trust that you will give back with increased enthusiasm and effervescence and ebullience. So welcome to the Convocation. This is your moment, and it's a special moment too, because we have on the stage with us Professor Thomas Simons, who is the founder and the first president of Trent University. So could you begin your ebullience by applauding? Thank you. So this is your moment. Create a life of consequence and a life of purpose that's uniquely your own. And heartfelt congratulations to each of you on reaching this important milestone. I now declare the Convocation open.
Good morning. I hope you're enjoying the weather today. I will tell you that Trent's official color is green, and this spring I've never seen the campus so green. My name is Leo Groark. I'm going to say very lucky to be the President and Vice Chancellor of Trent University, and it's my honor and pleasure to invite you to Convocation today. I want to begin by acknowledging that we are located in the traditional territory of the Anishinaabe-Mississauga, adjacent to Haudenosaunee territory in southern Ontario. Thank you for joining us today. We welcome our graduates, parents, families, spouses, partners, and friends. I know that some of you have come from close by, others from across Canada and around the world. To our visitors, I will say that I hope you will enjoy Trent's deep sense of community. I hope, despite the rain, that you'll take some time to enjoy our beautiful campus in Peterborough. I will tell you that Trent takes great pride in being a smaller university, but Trent in Peterborough has the largest university campus in Canada. It's 1,500 acres. We use 200 acres of that 1,500 acres, and I encourage you, even in the rain, to take some time to walk or to drive around the campus and enjoy it. If you really want to enjoy it, I suggest you take a canoe or a kayak, and we have many of them, and see what the campus looks like from the river. And I will tell you, I was kayaking yesterday, and it was absolutely beautiful. Today we celebrate Convocation, the most important event in the university calendar. This is a time when we celebrate the accomplishments of our graduates, the contributions and support of their family and friends, and the pivotal role played by our faculty and staff in guiding them to this moment. This year we celebrate a special Convocation milestone. This is Trent's 50th Convocation. As of this year, Trent has enjoyed 50 years of graduation, 50 years of welcoming and celebrating new alumni. In honor of our 50th Convocation, I would ask you all to recognize some special guests who were members of Trent's first Convocations and have been invited back to come back and celebrate this first anniversary. The Chancellor's mentioned the first of them, but I will like to recognize him again, and that is our founding president, Tom Simons. And now I'd like to recognize some graduates of that first Convocation. And by the way, they wanted me to tell all the graduates today that they're available for any advice that you need as you go beyond Trent and pursue your careers and lives. With us today, we have Don and Martha Lush, who I'm told met and fell in love at Trent. It's a nice story. Phil McRae, Lynn May, Ron Mace, Douglas Martin, Diane Paddocks, Carol Brown, and Richard Johnson. A round of applause for our first graduates. And I would also tell the new graduates that we expect you here 50 years from now. I won't be here, but we expect you here 50 years from now for the 100th Convocation ceremony. As we celebrate Trent's 50th ceremony, Canada celebrates its 150th anniversary. Trent has been a key force in the development of Ontario and Canada over the last 50 years. Over the next 50 years, as Canada approaches its 200th birthday, Trent plans to be a significant catalyst for further development. The story of Canada is a complicated one, and as we mark Canada's sesquicentennial, we believe that it is a time to celebrate Canada as a country where diverse views thrive, coexist, and are debated. This is something we strive for as a university. At each of our convocation ceremonies, I try to share a few stories that can help our visitors understand who and what Trent is. This morning, I'd like to draw your attention to two highlights that emphasize our commitment to teaching and learning. The first highlight is the transformation of the Battle Library. And if it was sunny out, we would be sitting in front of it and I could point to it, but you can just imagine the Battle Library is behind me here. I would note that the Battle Library is widely recognized as one of Ron Thom's great architectural achievements. It is an iconic building which you will find in books about the history of architecture in Canada. At the same time, it is a building which is 50 years old, which needs a maintenance upgrade and better, more environmentally friendly infrastructure. With this in mind, the Battle Library is currently undergoing a major transformation. The transformation of the library is planned as an $18 million project which will change the library to the library of the future. I hope there's nobody from the board here. I will tell you that we asked for $18 million and we got $18 million, but I suspect it will be a $20 million project by the end of it, and that's okay. When the library is completed, some of its features will be an entrepreneurship and social innovation center, a new home for Trent Research Centers, the Trent Center for Aging and Society, Indigenous Environmental Studies, and the Canadian Environmental Modeling Center. The library will contain 2 visualization labs, an educational design research studio, and many interactive student spaces, including collaborative space and, in the tradition of libraries, space for independent and silent study. A second highlight I would like to share is a key part of our ceremony today. It is the Simons Teaching Award. It's not my job to introduce the recipient, but I can't totally restrain my enthusiasm and will tell you that she was widely recognized as an approachable, compassionate, and inspiring teacher and mentor whose patience, concern for students, and open-door policy ensures that students have the support and encouragement needed to succeed. Established in 1976, the Simons Award is named for Professor Simons and is conferred upon a member of the Trent faculty who demonstrates outstanding teaching and, in the words of Professor Simons himself, exemplary concern for himself. Please welcome Professor Elaine Scarf as she comes to the podium to introduce this year's recipient of the Simons Teaching Award. Thank you.
Mr. Chancellor, Mr. President, Professor Simons, members of the graduating class, faculty, family, and friends, it is a great privilege to be here with you today on this beautiful, although somewhat soggy, Trent campus, located on the traditional territory of the Mississauga Anishinaabe, to introduce the 2016-17 recipient of the Simons Award for Excellence in Teaching. Dr. Deborah Kennett is a full professor in the Department of Psychology. She arrived here in 1984 after completing her bachelor's degree in psychology and her PhD in medical sciences at McMaster University. I have observed Deborah's unwavering dedication to our students for the past 20 years. Although she teaches the most difficult course in our degree, the course most students dread, year after year she approaches each cohort with optimism and patience. She firmly believes that they can master the material, despite the fact that most students are intellectually dragged into the course kicking and screaming. By Christmas, students are cautiously enjoying the lectures, and a few, despite the fact that they attempted to hate the course, are learning to like statistics. Of course, Deborah's contact with students goes beyond our advanced statistics class. In particular, she typically supervises 4 to 5 honors and master's students each year. She is dedicated to these students and their research projects, and I have seen many students grow and flourish as researchers with Deborah. Finally, Deborah has also served as our graduate director for the past 6 years. Many of our current and past graduate students have disclosed to me their genuine admiration and gratitude for Deborah's guidance and assistance during their graduate degree. As a result of her outstanding contributions and the many nominations, Dr. Kennett was selected as this year's recipient. Today, she will receive the Simons Lyra Pipe. The Lyra Pipe was a historic part of academic regalia pre-15th century. The Simons Lyra Pipe has been designed with the traditional Trent emblem and colors and is exclusive to recipients of the Simons Award for Teaching and Excellence. Dr. Kennett will wear the Lyra Pipe with her academic regalia as a symbol of achievement and accomplishment in the area of teaching. Mr. Chancellor, it gives me great pleasure to present for the Simons Award for Excellence in Teaching, Dr. Deborah Kennett.
Congratulations, Professor Kennett. At this point, it's my pleasure to invite you to address Convocation.
Someone did muscle this. Anyways. Mr. Chancellor, Mr. President, members of the graduating class, faculty, family, and friends, it's with great honor to be receiving the Simons Award for Excellence in Teaching. I'm deeply grateful to Professor Simons and his wife for establishing this award, to those individuals who supported my nomination, and to be joining the roster of other recipients receiving this tribute. However, this award would not have been possible without the continued collaborative support of faculty, administrative staff, and dedicated teaching assistants that I've been fortunate to work with over the years. To them, my sincerest appreciation. Most importantly, I'd like to thank my family, and particularly my father, who passed away this past April, for encouraging me to attend university. Very few students of my high school cohort, if any, completed a university degree. My career, as Dr. Scarf indicated, began at Trent University in the summer of 1984, before many graduates here were even born. Over the years, I have taught courses such as abnormal psychology, organizational behavior, behavior modification, health psychology, models of self-control, and the course I'm most well known for developing and teaching, as Dr. Lane also alluded to, is advanced statistics and research design. Regardless of the course taught, though, most rewarding for me has been watching students successfully persevere with academic challenges and to mature intellectually. Today, a number of these students are professors themselves, with others being occupational therapists, registered psychologists, primary and secondary school teachers, medical doctors, lawyers, social workers, politicians, research analysts, naturopaths, physiotherapists, and behavior modifiers, to name a few occupations. In fact, these are careers that some of today's graduating class will be pursuing after today. Aside from teaching in psychology, a considerable part of my career has been focused on research, and specifically on goal attainment. My congratulations, graduates, to your attaining the goal of successfully completing your undergraduate degree here at Trent. Well done. Now you'll be embarking on other major life goals, including establishing a career, getting your finances in order, buying your first house, and starting a family. Before sharing with you some central factors contributing to goal attainment, I can't go without acknowledging the many talented research practicum, honors thesis, and master's students who have worked in my lab. Hopefully, the research findings I'm about to tell you will give you food for thought with your future goal-related activities. My research builds on the key premise that engaging in resourceful behaviors makes goals more attainable. Resourcefulness skills include using positive self-talk to suppress anxieties and to direct goal-related behaviors. Resourcefulness skills includes engaging in problem-solving strategies such as planning, anticipating consequences, and knowing when to change one's course of actions when necessary. Resourcefulness skills involves delaying immediate gratification by completing the difficult task at hand first before engaging in more enjoyable activities. And resourcefulness skills involves recognizing that major goals are going to take considerable effort and perseverance. Students working in my lab have found that use of these skills not only makes goals more attainable, but these resourceful behaviors are associated with greater life satisfaction, better adjustment to novel environments, and more resilience in that individuals using these skills quickly bounce back after stressful encounters. Nevertheless, I've also learned from the work of my students that there are a considerable number of factors that influence whether or not one uses these important resourcefulness skills. A few examples include one of the first and most important, motivation. For example, one of my master's students interviewed individuals about how they were dealing with the major life goal that they had recently set. One person she interviewed wanted to quit smoking, but he was having great difficulty doing so. As the conversation continued, she learned that he actually enjoyed having the odd cigarette. He was quitting because his girlfriend asked him to. Hence, the take-home message here is make sure that the goals you're undertaking are yours and not somebody else's. If they aren't your goals, it likely won't matter how resourceful you are. Another factor is self-doubt. If you don't believe that you have what it takes to be successful with your goals, resourceful behaviors are not going to happen. Nonetheless, my students' research demonstrates that learning from other people how they attained the same goals that you are trying to accomplish can embellish self-efficacy. The belief, I can do it, helps to mobilize the use of those resourcefulness skills. Focusing solely on the prize may hinder the use of resourcefulness skills. Several of my students' investigations have found that although initially focusing on why you want the goal and the end product may help to set your goal in motion, be careful not to stay stuck in this mode. At an early point in time, you need to redirect your attention on how to actually achieve it by establishing the meso and the micro steps that will get you to that prize. Adopting a process or how-to-do-it resourceful focus not only reduces procrastination and fear of failure, but breaking the goal into smaller, concrete steps shifts the focus away from the one big final goal and allows goal progress to be more noticeable, providing more frequent opportunities for positive self-reinforcement and increased frequency and feelings of self-efficacy when these smaller and more manageable goals are met. Another important factor is life balance. Research of my students has shown me that balancing work and non-work related activities is associated not only with resourceful behaviors and goal attainment, but also greater happiness, better physical health, and more meaningful friendships. Particularly, individuals claiming to have a better lifestyle balance are more likely to report eating breakfast, exercising regularly, and getting enough sleep. Even when the goals you're pursuing are yours, self-doubt is minimal, life is balanced, and you're engaging in resourceful behaviors, there can be bumps in the road, disappointments, and setbacks. Research in my lab has shown in order to sustain resourceful behaviors, it's important to be optimistic and self-compassionate. Optimistic individuals view life disappointments and failures to bad luck, difficulty to the task at hand, and not because of lack of personal ability or lack of effort. As a result, they are less likely to fall prey to learned helplessness. Instead, optimistic individuals believe that they have the power to eventually overcome obstacles that get in their way. In short, they persevere with setbacks, they learn from them, and they move forward. When goals are not going as smoothly as planned, in addition to optimism, it's important to be self-compassionate. People who are self-compassionate remind themselves that similar setbacks and disappointments happen to everyone. They are not isolated in this experience. They also comfort themselves. They let go of personal imperfections that cannot be changed. They avoid ruminating on the small little details. Interestingly, though, our research shows that self-compassion is a double-edged sword. Sometimes being self-critical and microscopically analyzing what went wrong allows one to learn from mistakes and to grow. In summary, whatever goals you embark on next, try to be resourceful and engage in positive self-talk, problem-solving strategies, avoid procrastination, and recognize that the accomplishment of most goals will not happen instantly. But remember, for these types of skills to go smoothly, it's important that the goals you set are yours and not somebody else's. Erase any self-doubt by talking with others who have already achieved similar goals at the same time. Also, be health-focused. Eat breakfast, exercise regularly, and get the recommended number of hours of sleep each night. And when you run into obstacles along the way, be optimistic and self-compassionate, but use a critical lens to learn and grow from these setbacks if you can. I wish you the best with your future goals and hope that some of these research findings positively contribute to your life journey. Thank you.
Thank you, Professor Kennett, for your insightful words. And I will share with you that the Chancellor leaned over to me and made the comment that those remarks would be a basis for a great popular book on how to achieve your goals. And I think you should take that seriously. Now, Mr. Chancellor, Professor Bruce Cater, the Dean of Social Sciences, will present candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Arts and Bachelor of Science. Students, as Professor Cater reads your names, you will cross the stage, be congratulated by the Chancellor, then be congratulated by myself, and then by the University Registrar, Tracy Aladrisi. Keep in mind that she is the records keeper for the university, so it's especially important that you shake her hand.
Mr. Chancellor, I am pleased to present for the degree of Bachelor of Arts in the Honors Program candidates whose names will be read, whom the Senate has duly declared worthy of the honor that they may receive the degree at your hands. Justine Allen. Amber Allen. Bailey Allen. Lauren Backus. Rachel Bebb. Hannah Boris. Rachel Borshevsky. Jonathan Brouillet. Haley Bugeaud. Crystal Buys. Taylor Carty. Madeline Casco. Shanna Coburn-Malinoff. Jenna Kraft. Yavuni Hamasha Delavira Tenacone. John Ecclestone. Melissa Fletcher. Bianca Alessandra Fontana. Marissa Frasinelli. Paige Fraser. Maisie Glovcheski. Allison Nicole Haddon. Aaron Hawkins. William Hollingshead. Cassidy Hopkins. Quinlan Jacobs. Amy Clan. Robin Laura Kluk. Cheyenne Alicia Laporte. Brooke LaRiviere. Nicole Elizabeth Lozon. Jasmine Lefebvre. Caitlin Loader. Kayla Logan. Lauren McTavish. Erin Joanne Mahoney. Taylor Mallory. Elizabeth Helen Malone. Erin Lee Marshall. Cassie McCoy Bullock. Megan Miller. Isabel Miller. Laura Mills. Zachary John Philip Muto. Natalie Nelson. Dorothy Olmsted. Daisy May Pyman. Elizabeth Siobhan Panzer. Megan Alexandra Quennell. Haley Reedman. Caroline Reed. Laura Rennie. Radha Rupnarayan. Clayton Sean Henry Calvin Russell. Felicia Saucier. Michaela Scalike. Lauren Nicole Sproxton. Caitlin Stevenson. Danielle Sunley. Jessica Talma. Michelle Tambole. Nicole Kathleen Thompson. Natalie Teresa Thompson. Kayla Grace Tucker. Sarah Louise Van Valls. Paige Wallace. Raquel Wallen. Yu Tat Wan. Jade Williams. Robin Wood. Please join me in congratulating the recipients of Bachelor of Arts degrees in the Honors Program. Mr. Chancellor, I am pleased to present for the degree of Bachelor of Science in the Honors Program candidates whose names will be read, whom the Senate has duly declared worthy of the honor, that they may receive the degree at your hands. Lindsay Dixon. Nolan Blodgett. Michael Boulay. Catherine Carter. Jessica Corson. Tessa Elizabeth DeCoste. Jordana Guida. Shelby May Hill. Taylor Hornsby. Kelsey Young-Kintz. Mackenzie Klauk. Alina Lawrence. Isaac Lim. Laura Mason. Taryn Elizabeth McAnulty. Sarah Mumtaini. Yusra Nawara. Chelsea Newman. Chantel Summer Peterson. Christina Potter. Justine Reed. Taryn Sheltons. Hannah Schrader. Ishita Sharma. Savannah Stevenson. Jenna Strong. Jessica Lynn Van Atten. Tasman Vandenberg. Danielle Elizabeth Willett. Amanda Witt. Please join me in congratulating the recipients of Bachelor of Science degrees in the honors program. Mr. Chancellor, I am pleased to present for the degree of Bachelor of Arts in the general program candidates whose names will be read, whom the Senate has duly declared worthy of the honor that they may receive the degree at your hands. Grace Baxter. Christy Leanne Bestvater. Grace Bourgeois. Megan Brady. Shanice Coker. Haley Cowan. Kiara Crosby. Allie Angeline Defoe. Emma Daly. Emma Franklin. Kaylin Gray. Lauren Hughes. Natasha Labrie. Michelle Marchiori. Dacia Mullings. Gabriella Kathleen Angelina Muto. Cameron Spencer Page. Shivani Patel. Chrisia Patterson. Brock Riviere. Carly Robinson. Jonathan Semagaza.
It's my mom's birthday today. I just want to say, Mom, I love you so much. I will be here.
Bridget Shanks. Marley Van Helvert. Please join me in congratulating the recipients of Bachelor of Arts degrees in the general program. Mr. Chancellor, I'm pleased to present for the degree of Bachelor of Science in the general program candidates whose names will be read, whom the Senate has duly declared worthy of the honor, that they may receive the degree at your hands. Beatrice May Abelos. Kwame Aboji Nemo. Cyan Bob. Adam Chapman. Carla Cooper. Rebecca Frederick. Colin Hockaday. Jackie Huynh. Jenna Kelly. Melissa Laking. Stefano Pella. Taryn Kaur Ranu. Cassandra Nolene Schutz. Mackenzie Sheridan. Please join me in congratulating the recipients of Bachelor of Science degrees in the general program. Mr. Chancellor, I ask you to confer degrees in absentia on candidates whose names are before you and who are unable to be with us today. I now call upon Provost and Vice President Academic Jackie Muldoon to recognize students who have achieved remarkable success in their studies.
Mr. Chancellor, I'd like to draw attention to the Medals and Honors section at the back of the Convocation program. The Dean's Honor Roll recognizes students who have achieved 80% or better in their most recent session and have maintained a cumulative average of 75% or higher. In the program, a small double cross identifies those graduates who achieved this distinction. A small single cross identifies those students who are on the President's Honor Roll for having maintained a cumulative average of 80% or better. Please join me in congratulating the members of both the Dean's Honor Roll and the President's Honor Roll for their outstanding performance. Mr. Chancellor, Emeritus is an honorary title given to professors and librarians upon their retirement from the university. Mr. Chancellor, I ask you to confer the title of Professor Emeritus upon Professor Jim Conley of the Sociology Department. Mr. Chancellor, Professor David Newhouse will now introduce the honor song.
Before all other words can be spoken, we bring greetings to all of creation. We thank the forces that bring us together for another day of life, and we honor all of the life that we stand with in this universe. Mr. Chancellor, Mr. President, Mr. President Emeritus, honored guests, graduates. In the custom of the first peoples of this land, we offer the sound of the drum and our voices to honor our mother, the earth. We send our profound and deepest thanks to all of creation, and we do all that we can to ensure that the cycle of life that we are part of continues. In our teachings, the sound of the drum represents the heartbeat of the universe. The original sound of creation fills our being and echoes still throughout the universe. We sound the drum to connect us with all of creation, to celebrate life, and to honor those among us who have achieved so much. We offer these words of praise to those who are graduating this day. We offer these words of thanksgiving to those who have made these accomplishments possible. We offer these words of respect to those who have come before us and who have brought dignity and meaning and love to our lives. And we offer these words to remind us to live with kindness, honesty, sharing, courage, and respect. We offer this song to honor the Simons Award winner, Professor Deborah Kennett. We offer this song to accompany you on your travels. May you travel well, and may your lives be filled with grace and dignity. Mr. Chancellor, Mr. President, honored guests, graduates, I have the honor of presenting unity, and may I ask you to stand for the honor song. So thank you. We have one more traditional song to sing. I would invite Jonathan to come forward for a moment, who wishes his mother a happy birthday. Okay. And this is a traditional song that everyone knows. Okay, so I invite you to join us. What is your mother's name? Monique. Okay, so this is a birthday song, traditional song to Monique, and will you join us?
This is not planned, by the way.
Okay, okay, okay. Happy birthday to you. Okay, thank you. You may be seated.
Mr. Chancellor, I would like to invite Mr. Stephen Robertson of the Trent University Alumni Association to welcome the graduating class.
Thank you. Mr. Chancellor, Mr. President, Professor Simons, graduates, and honored guests, today is an emotional day for me. It was 20 years ago that I graduated from Trent, and it's especially emotional because I can see the happiness on everyone's faces in the audience as well as the graduates. It's wonderful. I remember thinking about how long this ceremony was going to be, how long it was dragging on, and probably some alumni stepped up on the stage and started talking, and I'm the only thing stopping you from graduating right now. So I will try to be brief. They only gave me, I think, 2 minutes, and I don't think I'll take that long. With that in mind, I'd like to mention that you're about to join a very select group. It's a community that will extend beyond your time at Trent, and I hope that you'll join me in being a proud alumnus of Trent University. Since joining the Trent University Alumni Association, I've confirmed my belief that the school and the students haven't changed over the years. The culture and values remain as strong and as vibrant as ever. You're now going to move on in many different directions, and I wanted to give you some advice as you start your new path. First, use the experiences that you have had here and remember those life lessons. Everything you've experienced at Trent will help shape the person you'll become, so remember the good and the bad lessons. They will serve you well. Reflect on your friendships and maintain them. Be good and do good things. Life tends to challenge you, so maintain integrity. Show love and patience. The world today is very different from when I graduated, and we need love now more than ever. Your current plan will change. There's no question that you'll have some roadblocks that are 100% outside of your control. Just remember that life moves on and lean on those closest to you for support and balance. Come back and come home. So for 20 years, I've been coming back to Trent University. I feel that it's my home, so please come back. I am honored to stand in front of you today. I feel proud that Trent continues to develop great minds and deep character year after year. You should be receiving an email right now from the president of the Alumni Association asking new graduates to confirm your contact information, so please click on that link and keep in touch with us. We want you to be a part of the school. Congratulations on your achievement, and on behalf of the Trent University Alumni Association, welcome to the club, and thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Robertson. As we near the conclusion of the ceremony, let me once again, on behalf of Trent University, thank you all for being here today. Congratulations to all our new alumni and to those receiving special recognition. I do think that this would be an appropriate moment. I will ask the graduates to stand for a moment, please. And maybe we could start by having the audience show their love and affection, and a round of applause for the graduates. So I've asked the graduates to remain standing, and I would like to note that the people who are here celebrating you today have shown you great support. They're your family, your siblings, your parents. Some of them have been waiting for this day, maybe for a very long time even. And I think it would be appropriate for the graduates to show their thanks and to give a round of applause for the people who are here to support you today. Thank you. Please join us after the convocation for reception in the Great Hall of Champlain College. The procession will leave the stage following the singing of O Canada, and I would ask you to remain standing until the procession has departed. Mr. Chancellor, I call upon you to dismiss convocation.
Graduates, you may be seated. As sometimes I tend to go on and on. This could be a while. No, seriously. I'm told that. I don't think it's true, but. So as this ceremony draws to a close, I would like to declare it as the most enthusiastic convocation that I've attended, and I've attended many of them, so give yourself a round of applause. It's also the first convocation that I've been at, and possibly in all of history, where happy birthday was sung to one of the attendees. Among other things, a beautiful expression of a child's love and admiration and appreciation for their parents. So it was very heartfelt, and congratulations. So I'd like to thank you all for being here. And I know I speak on behalf of all the parents, friends, faculty, staff, guests here today that it's been a great honor to be part of this ceremony today and to convocate and to congratulate all of you. And you deserve to be feel very, very proud of yourselves. And this convocation marks the end of a chapter in your life and the beginning of another. Many of you will go on to grad school or other form of education. Many of you will go into the workforce. And some of you may have some anxieties about that, but you shouldn't, because the data shows that you will all get jobs, and the vast majority of you, terrific jobs related to your field. And not necessarily that you'll become psychologists or sociologists or something like that, but that not just the knowledge, but the capabilities that you've acquired at Trent. You know, your capacity to think critical, to research, to understand the big picture, to have a passion for learning lifelong, to understand the relationship between things. This is what really matters. And a Trent degree equips you well to have the kind of capabilities that you will need to reinvent your knowledge base multiple times throughout your life, as you will do. So you will all be successful. I would just like to close by saying I hope that we can get more from you than prosperity, because the world that you're entering is a challenging place in a different sense. It's too unsustainable, it's too conflicted, it's too unequal. Many ways around the world it's unjust. And we need more of you than to be prosperous, to build a great family and to have a happy life. And I hope that you'll consider keeping yourself informed about the world, having a point of view about things, and taking action to try and address some of these significant problems that my generation is leaving you. Sorry about that. The other thought that I'd like to leave you with is that no matter where the next chapter takes you, Trent will always be an important part of your life. And when I graduated, I lost touch with the university for quite a few years. And I decided slowly that maybe I should get involved again, because not just for the networking, although there's been great, lots of that, and not just for the enjoyment it's given me, but in the sense that this is a very important institution. It's worth protecting. It's worth advancing. It's worth cherishing. And Trent is on a roll right now. And let's keep that role happening. And the alumni play an important contribution in doing that. And I can speak from experience when I say that it's been very rewarding to be part of the Trent community after my graduation. So I hope you don't make the mistake that I made. I'm very optimistic about the future. I can see the passion and desire that you have to achieve your next endeavors. And if you listen carefully to Professor Kenneth in terms of being resourceful in achieving your goals, there are lots of great lessons there. So go make your mark on the world, reach for the stars, live a principled and consequential life, and make us proud. Convocation is now dismissed.